Hello, hello, welcome to the stream, everyone. Yeah, it's gonna. Hmm. Wait, I think the game is starting okay. The audio is like weird, please. Please let me know as usual. But yeah. I don't know, we're just gonna check this out for a bit. Why is there no music again? Wait. Wait, what happened? Hmm. I'm pretty sure you guys can't hear any of the game music, can you? Wait, no, not desktop audio. It's not supposed to be desktop audio. Oh my god. So sorry about that. Wait. I can't remember where to find like the settings for like the audio in the stream. Where is it though? The game capture? Wait, there's still no sound though in game capture? No, I am pretty sure there's still something wrong with that though. Okay, I have no idea how to fix that. It's like suddenly like the audio for the game capture just like the little bar that they give you in the audio mixer thing, it just kind of like just disappeared completely. So I can't tell where it's supposed to show up. Hmm. Not that. You know, like how when you're opening OBS, right? There's like the audio mixer, the part that has like the green, yellow, red bars. When I'm looking at my game capture, it's just completely gone. Like the mic has like the sound going up and down. You know, like when I get louder, it goes into like the green, yellow, red zone. But like the game capture is just completely disappeared. So I don't know why it's like that actually. It's actually super weird because like literally just like a few minutes earlier, it was fine. Like it was actually working fine. Because like I'm pretty sure I didn't change any settings from before, but then it's just like I don't know why did it change filters. I'm pretty sure it was like I just changed like the ducking filters, but like other than that though. Hmm. Yeah, thanks for the pizzas. Desktop audio too. You know like how you're checking about your global audio devices? Or is that supposed to come out anyways? I'm just honestly curious about this one, but maybe it's probably not the best time to be doing this actually. Hmm. Mooncat? Which one is that? Oh, I don't audio capture my whole desktop actually. I find that pretty scary because I know before I used to do that and then I didn't realize that it would also capture other stuff happening in the background. So I would like I think at one time I had like Ensemble Stars running in the background. And then someone actually mentioned after like maybe 10 minutes, it's like, hey, maybe you should like lower down the volume of your other music. I was like, huh? Why? It's like, oh, because you've been playing the same song again and again for like the past like the entire time since we started the stream. I was like, that was crazy. So yeah, because I had the song on loop, like when you're doing like auto mode in like some in one of the events and stuff like that. So yeah. Hmm. And then so I kind of just changed it to like work specifically for the game capture, but then it's just gone. So I can definitely hear music for this. Morning is your most active highlight. I'm pretty sure when they mean morning, they're talking about like past midnight. There's no way I'm actually awake during the daytime. Uh-huh. Control panel sound. Which is that? Oh, not this one. Yeah, past midnight is definitely something. This is like so many old memories. Like, damn, I feel so old after playing all of this. Ah, look at that. Okay, I'm just honestly curious who my most used character for the year will be because like, I'm pretty sure it's not actually adventuring anymore because like adventuring hasn't been like super good in like the recent meta, and I kind of just use him mostly like because I like him and for fun. But other than that, oh wait, really? Oh, oh my god, it's still adventuring. I I did not expect that. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. It's still him after all. Man, I love this guy too much. So yeah, apparently I did not expect that outcome. I kind of thought that I would actually spend most time like not using him anymore, but like, okay. 14 close new friends? Yeah, that's just basically to say I spent too much on gacha in this past year. Ooh, look at that. 14 new characters. Yeah, I mean, but like even then, even as an E6 character, there's a lot more useful ones. Like E0 Hyacinth is generally speaking more useful than an E6 adventuring, so I don't know. It's literally just through like sheer willpower that I still, yeah. See, look at that. Not too bad. All things considered, like not too bad anymore. I'm actually surprised by like the Trailblazer showing up, but yay, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half of the year I still used adventuring, so there is something to be said for dedication to a certain favorite. Ah, adventuring ratio. Wait, this is crazy. 1,000 times? 1,500 times? Oh my god, I kind of feel awkward about everything now. This is kind of crazy. Oh, Tiao Tiao. But this is actually surprising. I did not expect Locha to be the winner for like abundance, but okay, I guess. I mean, Yao Kwang is kind of like new, so she doesn't really count. As for erudition, well, I mean, Anaxa was expected after all, but adventure. This is still that's so hilarious though. Yeah, over the past year, you most frequently borrowed support characters adventuring. Borrowed for a total of 4,000 times. Yo, thank you so much, guys, for using my adventuring. Whoa, it's nice to know. he's still, he's still so good. 3,800,000 credits. That's crazy. This is adventuring is like my number one money maker, though. As in, I made you my slave all this time? Exclusive archive? Wait, is there anything? Huh? What's this about? You consume 91,000 Trailblaze power. Oh, that's so much. So much. So much abandoned relics. Yeah, that's definitely true as well. I definitely threw away quite a lot of stuff because I didn't really want to bother with anything like that anymore. Although apparently one thing I discovered is that in Never to Everness they don't actually have like unknown relic stats anymore. You immediately know the outcome of like certain relics just by looking at it. And it basically just shows you like, oh, how much you're if you ever try upgrading like what the outcome will be so you don't actually have to worry about spending money or not anymore. So that's kind of interesting actually. Wait, I still can't get over like my OBS like being super weird about all of that. Yeah, I mean NTE is already like coming out soon, so I kind of like want to decide. But actually, I kind of feel like I want to get it I want to try maybe because I also realize that there's like some like cafe aspect to it, which kind of sounds interesting. And I'm such a sucker for like management-ish stuff. Where is that event? The one we were doing. What do you call that? Oh no, this one, Cosmic Data Run. I was kind of doing this for a bit, and it seemed kind of fun. Yeah, I think the dating thing was upgraded for some reason. I don't know if it's because like a lot of people complained about like the unfairness of it all, but man, I just really well, it's not really like a new discovery, but it's kind of like depressing to think like the sexism is just generally insane sometimes. Like even in The Office actually, because you know like I'm pretty sure like a lot of you longtime viewers already know that I have like this mortal enemy in The Office that I've haven't liked for the past 2 years or so. I mean, technically speaking, we're not fighting now, but I still don't like her because she caused me a lot of problems back then. And you know, recently, like my manager just kind of like brought her up again out of the blue, and he's like, "Hey, you know, maybe you should like try reconciling with her and be like the bigger person and like extend an olive branch to her." I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, and I told him straight up, it's like, no, I kind of don't want to because she was the one who caused me problems in the first place. So it's like, why would I be the one to apologize to her? And I think he was kind of surprised by how blunt I was about the whole situation. And I was like, I mean, you can't really blame me because that time he was actually the person who was like kind of mean about the whole situation because he like she complained about me, and then he kind of took her word at it and then basically told me like, oh hey, you know, like as an OIC you can't be like that. And I was so offended by the insinuation that I would actually be that terrible of a human being to someone else that I actually got mad at him. And I told him, it's like, hey, you know, I don't have a history of like fighting with people. I don't have any history of doing bullshit like this. And this girl, in the first 6 months of her employment, already fought with like 3 different people. And you're telling me that you believe her over me? So yeah, he couldn't reply to me at all after that because I think he realized that like he was kind of like being stupid about the whole situation. But apparently he didn't really learn anything from that encounter, so he still, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of disappointing to think that he actually explicitly told me, you know, girls are just so emotional and they cry so easily. I was like, what? You know the crazy thing is that actually like you're actually explicitly saying that to a girl. Like it's one thing if you're like all boys and you talk about that with each other. I was like, okay, I can't control you because like that's how a lot of guys really are. But like you're explicitly telling your employee face to face who is a girl that you think girls are emotional and cry easily and basically like wild. That was just so wild. So yeah, apparently he did not really learn anything from the past 2 years or so. So I've just kind of learned to like not really have expectations from him anymore. Yeah, I don't know. The office is getting worse. I also found out that my favorite coworker is apparently resigning. And I don't know what to do about it because I promised myself a few years ago that if this guy ever decided to quit, that I would also quit. And I don't even really know how to do it because I am not prepared for this whole encounter. I only have 258 people use my support. You should put. Oh, wait, actually. Huh, but you guys have similar supports, so I try to use your supports like often, like you, Darkrai. Wait, Soda. Oh, wait, actually, I realized I did actually make Soda one of the usual people I look for supports for. Huh. Well, it's probably because like you can't really set too many favorites. I should probably fix that soon. Yeah, that means you need more random friends. Like in my case, you know, one of the main reasons why I think it helps that people use my adventuring a lot is because I explicitly tell in my profile I have E6 adventuring, so like use him. Yeah. Hey, but the fuchsia thing is kind of surprising actually. I did not. I mean, like, you were Like, not to be mean, but like in general, like you're like the only person I know who uses Fusion. Although I'm pretty sure she's like very good when you know how to build her properly. Except I'm not one of those people who knows how to build her properly. Especially because a lot of things like require healing nowadays. So even my own adventuring, I actually don't use him that much either. Like I pretty much just use adventuring like purely out of spite for the whole situation because like he's my favorite character. Even if he's not meta, I will use him. And I kind of never really upgraded his build from like 2 years ago, I think. Praying to get her to E6 because she could technically be sub DPS. Oh, nice. Did you get tall? Did you get taller? This is crazy. I don't know if we're like complimenting or insulting Suridra. Yeah, but yeah, good luck in the future getting C6, E6, E6 Fushan. That's gonna be fun. Oh, hey, the audio came back. Hey, the game capture audio came back. Nice. Okay, like the audio bar thing is working okay again. Yeah. This is just like an interesting. I mean, I was gonna start like the Trailblaze mission, but I don't know why I'm like kind of obsessed with this game mode, so I've just been like doing this occasion. I'm just salty that there's no like actual voice lines for it because it's like the freaking anniversary. I'm pretty sure they could have done it. The part about adventuring willing to like dump the IPC just to join us was funny though. That was wild. I kind of wish he would join us, but at the same time, I mean like I kind of want to see him take down the IPC from the inside. And I just read this insane theory that there is a possibility that the IPC is not actually supporting preservation or like basically the Amber Lord, but they're actually supporting veracity, which I don't even know where that theory came from, but like that seemed kind of wild. So we'll see what happens in the future. I'm very curious. And yeah, look at this great Drake. Hello, hello. Oh my god, it feels like it's been a while. I mean, I say this almost every stream, but it still feels like it's been a while since I last streamed because I've been like so busy these days that I don't know. It feels like the gaps between my streams have gotten longer, so I've been like trying to make up for it. Hopefully, like it's hard. I realize it's hard to manage being like a healthy living adult who exercises and actually hangs out with people with like playing games. It's like completely contradictory because I've actually hung out with my coworkers a few times this past week and my mom is not happy about it because for like there's been a bunch of times I've actually traveled a little bit farther than usual to like if we're gonna eat at a restaurant that's like in a different city and it will take me like an hour or more or like maybe 2 hours to drive there and like my parents are not happy. They're like, don't you know how much gas is? And kind of like that. And it's one of those times that I was kind of annoyed at them too. I was actually fighting with my mom about it. And I was like telling her like, so what? You don't want me to have friends anymore? And she's all like, why? You want to be friends with those useless people? It's like, I was like, that's so mean. I was like, hey, I mean, like, oh, it's one of those kind of ironic things, but like, you don't have to be like friends with people just because you expect they will be like beneficial to your life or something like that. I mean, like, I don't know if she was talking about in like, in a material sense, but like, you know, people exist in your lives for like different purposes. So it's like, I don't know if she was just basically implying that they're kind of like useless to my life and that's why I shouldn't hang out with them, which is like wild because the time when I did have like friends before, like a lot of my high school friends, she would say that she didn't like them that much. I was like, okay, I can't really do anything because I guess a lot of my friends back then were a little bit more like the artsy side rather than like the academic side, so I think she thought that they were like a bad influence on me. And then eventually, when I decided to stop being friends with them because they were kind of being like not good friends to me, she was like, hey, why are you like letting go of your friends? Don't you feel bad because they're like high school friends and in the future you're not gonna have friends anymore? It's like, lady, what do you want in my life? Do you want me to have friends or do you not want me to have friends? Because like you can't have it both ways, you know. You can't like want me. You can't expect that I will have like the perfect friends. That's like basically impossible. It's, you kind of just have to tolerate and expect that there will be like some mediocre people in my life and like some really good ones, but expect majority of the people in my life will be like relatively mediocre. So it's like even her own friends aren't gonna be like yeah, she has like like those rich friends, but like even then it's not as if like you actually benefit from that kind of situation. So I don't really know what she was expecting in my life, but like yeah, it's been weird. I know I want to get married. I mean like yeah, yeah. Actually, that is also true. She's like, I don't know. When I was younger, like a lot of parents are like, don't date anyone. Just focus on your studies. But then when you get older, and then they're like, hey, why aren't you dating anyone? Where's the kids? It's like, I mean, you basically just stopped me from having relationships at like the peak moment in my life. Where it is probably the easiest time to develop relationships. And now that I'm older and I don't actually go out of the house anymore, like, how am I supposed to date anyone? Even like my parents have been trying to set me up with like other people. They're like messaging their other friends, and then their other friends are like, "Oh, hey, I have a guy that I can introduce to your daughter," things like that. And then nothing happens. As in literally absolutely nothing happens. Like I never even get the chance to like meet the guy. So it's like, what is the point in all of that? I feel like a lot of these friends were just like giving out their sons or their friends' sons' contact info without actually like asking the guy if he was like okay with it or not. So even for me, I'm like irritated by the whole situation. It's like at this point, I feel like this is like one of the worst like ways to like meet new people anyway. So yeah, I have very little expectations about everything. I'm just kind of just here to enjoy my games and like that's it. I feel like life is just going into this direction. I don't know. I don't want to like hinge my happiness on like other people. Like I just want to make my own happiness. I just want to like focus on doing things that I like and hanging out with people that I like and not thinking about the people I don't like. Because apparently a lot of my office mates already think that I hyperfixate too much on or like that I fighted people too easily. But in reality, I like told them it's like a lot of the people I complain about in life is like I complain about them, but in reality, it's like I never actually fought with them. We didn't have any like shouting matches. We didn't have any form of like verbal abuse. Even while we were there on like those specific work trips, it's not as if we like argued. So it's kind of crazy. Like they actually thought that I was being super mean. It's like, I mean, it's just like in reality, like out of all the girls that I've ever gone on work trips with, it's just probably um about 8 or 9 of them. I've only ever actually fought with one girl. Like just one of them. So in reality, I have a pretty good track record, all things considered. Because with some of the other like the other girls with like hanging out with like the working on work trips with like other girls. Like they're the ones who actually fought. So yeah, I don't really know what the big deal about me is. Like my general rule is, especially when it comes to the office, it's like I'm not going to treat you poorly. Pretty much. Pretty much like if we ever develop a bad relationship, expect that it's going to be her fault. It's going to be your fault basically, not mine, because like you started it. Listen, like, cause my rule in life is I'm not going to do to you what I don't want done to me as well. So as much as possible, I will just treat you with like neutrality or at least like courtesy because we are office mates. So like if I tell you to do something for work, either do it, or if you can't figure out how to do it, ask me for help and I will help you do it. But if you like fuck up your work and get mad at me and tell me things like, oh, it's your fault because you taught me incorrectly, that's the time we're gonna start fighting. Because it's like, yo, you can't pull that shit on me. It's like, I know what I did correctly and I'm pretty sure I taught you correctly. So it's like kind of insane to say bullshit like that and expect that I will like give in and like, oh, you say like, oh, I'm so sorry, that was my fault. No, it's not my fault. If it really is my fault, I'll say sorry and like help you. But like, if it's not my fault, I'm not going to apologize. Like I pretty much absolutely refuse to do things like that. Yeah. Oh my god, though. I mean, honestly, a lot of the things you say are the things that I want to do to people, but like I definitely shouldn't because I still have some level of moral decency. Or basically, I just don't want to get fired from the office, I think. But at this point, I feel like maybe I don't really care that much anymore. I don't know, because I'm starting to not really realize, but it's starting to like sink in very clearly that my bosses are terrible people. Like, not maliciously terrible, they're just kind of like the stupid terrible, which I feel like is also kind of unsalvageable. Yeah. Hey, yo, look at this stream, Tom. What if I work in your place? You would teach me where you was happy. Nah, don't worry. In reality, I've been like relatively nice to most people. Like most people who have worked under me for like a decent amount of time are actually performing decently well. So yeah, because again, my point is, if you don't understand something, just tell me up front, and then I will help you figure it out. But if you don't tell me and then you try to like, wing it and then end up like fucking up the situation, I'm going to get angry because you wasted both of our times. Like you literally did not need to struggle that hard only for like a terrible outcome. Like who benefits from that? Literally no one. Not even you. So it's like just tell me. Like what is I don't understand. Why are people so afraid? Like even before, like actually one girl explicitly told me like, "Oh, hey, before I worked under you, people kept telling me you were like super strict, but turns out you're not." It's like, "Huh? Since when did I have a reputation of being like super strict?" It's like, what did I even do? It's like I don't even get mad at people majority of the time. Like if I'm angry at you, but like I usually as much as possible just like try to keep it inside, but like it's wild. Like I don't because like, even for me it's like I accept people argue with me, but my point is you have to be able to defend your points. Yeah, look at this Echo Knights. I kind of joined at the weird time because I kind of like ranting about my work life while like kind of doing this passively. But yeah, it's an interesting anniversary event for sure. I'm kind of terrible at it because I've been insisting on using this specific team comp for a very long time because I like having adventuring here, adventuring in Jingyan. So yeah, it's fine. Um, it's just kind of like letting it run in the background while I yap continuously about stuff. But yeah, it's like I sometimes I kind of just amazed about how weird people can get sometimes, especially in a working environment. This is like if you're going to argue with me, it's fine, but you have to make sure that you actually know what you're talking about before you start arguing with me. Because even in my case, I will only argue if I'm 100% sure that I'm right. And up until that point, I was still, as much as possible, try to argue with you about what my point is. Because I'm pretty sure, generally speaking, I'm good at logic, so I can explain why I feel the things I do. So yeah, even most of the time when I talk to my manager, he almost ends up agreeing with me. Because I understand the work better. I'm the one on site seeing how everything happens right in front of me. So yeah, it's not like why would you ignore my advice or whatever out of like some misplaced sense of pride? That's terrible. Like as a manager, you shouldn't act that way because it doesn't benefit anyone for that outcome. So yeah, it was like before I used to have some person who kept arguing with me about a certain report because he was insisting about it. And I told him, okay, defend your report. Explain to me why you wrote the things you did. And he couldn't explain it because he got ChatGPT to write everything for him. I was like, at the very least, if you're going to use AI, at least make sure it's correct. Cause like that's crazy. No, I'm pretty sure some of you have context about this. I don't know. It's fine, it's fine. But like generally speaking, it's like I'm pretty sure a lot of you have similar frustrations if you're like in any sort of like not exactly managerial or kind of pseudo managerial position in an office. Like you will understand the struggles of having to deal with people both below you and above you. Yeah. I mean, it's just general stress relief, but that's how it usually goes here. You'll hear it very often, but I don't know. I think it's probably interesting enough for you guys to stick around occasionally. I mean, the fact that you guys are chatting is still kind of proof. I don't know, but yeah. It's fine. I also feel like I would probably rant less. Maybe if I had a cat. At least if I had a cat, and it would probably just like I'd probably just like talk to the cat instead of real people. But then, okay. Oh my god, wait, I forgot to close my other game. Okay, let me close the other game. I don't know if you guys have been hearing the other music in the background, but let me just like close that out because I also don't want too many things running at the same time in my computer. It's like pretty heavy load. But yeah, there's pizza. Feel free to use all the pizza. There are some regulars here who like using it a lot. There's also pillows, but I think the pizzas are more satisfying. I actually did finish the sorry, not finish. I did fix the audio for the pizza, so now every time you click the pizzas, you have some Italian dude saying pizza, pizza at you every single time. For a while, I was the one who was saying that because I realized after like maybe a year that there was actually no audio for it. So yeah. Yeah, I definitely meow at the cats I see in public. It's fun because they're so cute and it's hilarious when they actually meow back. Like you say meow and I go meow and they just like do that back and forth and then they just get progressively louder and I'm pretty sure they don't understand anything I'm saying and I obviously don't understand anything they're saying, but it's funny and they're cute and other people around me seem to think it's hilarious as well. So I'm a probably funny person, hopefully. At least my social skills have developed quite a lot over the years. Like, drastically better than when I first started streaming, I think. Up to the point even my coworker told me, like, yeah, your social skills are good now. But some days they're a little bit too good that you kind of get annoying in the office because you talk too much instead of working. And he's not wrong, though. He's definitely not wrong, but... yeah, I mean sometimes when you're in the office around your actual like office friends, it's like kind of hard to not chat with them when you have the opportunity. Because like my usual work entails that I would be transferring to like different locations frequently, like literally every week or so I'm somewhere else aside from my main office. And so when I do get the chance to see people, I take advantage, which is actually not a good thing, but that's how it is. I'm trying to work on that aspect though, because like the general impression for some of the managers is like, oh hey, you're here in the head office, why are you not working and why are you chatting with people instead? Which is ironic because when I'm not on site, I'm usually working, so it's not a good thing, but it's fine. Not that fine, but it's fine, probably. At least they're not telling me straight to my face. Yeah, oh, Silver Wolf, definitely. She's been pretty fun. She's actually a really, really strong character. I don't really know if I built her correctly. I'm pretty sure all of her relics are still terrible, but it's fine. I will just level them up little by little. I think I just maxed out most of her talents at least, so yeah, there's that one aspect that's done. Oh my god, Asheville is part of an ad? Just followed the relic. Oh my god, I forgot about the relic event. I completely forgot about that. Okay, I will have to check that soon. I just find it really funny that since she doesn't scale off attack at all, her orb and rope are both HP. I did not know that! Oh my god, really? Wait, so what does she scale off of? Because I kind of just like pressed like smart equip and left it as is, because I have not planned for anything. Like the crazy thing is like I was planning on getting her, but simultaneously did not actually prepare for her. Like I only prepared for her talent materials, but not her relics. Oh, she's just speed. Okay, that actually... that is both simultaneously like very easy and very difficult to do. So I will have to pay attention to that. Ugh, can't deal with the detective having romance subplot with another clue. Actually, that's also one of the things I find annoying. Like sometimes in detective shows, like it's okay when there's romance, but most of the time just kind of like ruins the vibe and like distracts you from like the main purpose. Also, I did not realize this monkey was this big. It kind of felt smaller in person, but like now that they're actually like of a similar height, it's like damn, the head of this thing is huge. Okay, speed should be 160 bare minimum, more the better. And she's also crit rate chest and speed boots. Of course, yeah, okay. I will have to make sure that I'm doing that at least. I also have not prepared for Elation MC. And also realizing that Hoyo loves their white and blue palettes too much. Like, we already have 3 characters who have white and blue. We have actually a lot of characters who have the white and blue palettes. It's even worse when they're in like the Chinese vibe. You know, like this halter top type asymmetrical dress with like detached sleeves kind of thing going on. Actually, it's nice since I don't need to fish for an imaginary damage orb. Okay, yeah, that's definitely true. It's kind of troublesome to find like a specific element orb that has like decent stats. You got 5-star LC for Elation MC already? Build? Yeah, I did have one. Is that the one from the store before? The one that kind of looks like they're Genius Society members as like those ducky looking things? Is that the one? That's what I'm using right now. There's also the new anniversary light cone, but I mean, I'm just getting it for the sake of getting it, but I don't really think I'll put that on the Elation MC anyways. I also find it funny that if you don't have Yao Kuang, ask us the next best option. Oh my god, yeah, because of her speed, right? Someone was actually discussing that earlier. I think they were thinking about whether Tingyun would be a good option as well. Not super sure though, because Tingyun does have energy regen, but I can't remember if Silver Wolf has energy regen requirements or whatever. Speed is 173, crit rate 82.9, crit damage 135.40. I'm pretty sure that's already pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's good already. My god. My god, it's like you're... It's like every time you talk about your character's stats, it's like we're not even playing the same game. What the heck? This is like... See, this is like Do It Night Abyss all over again. Oh my god. It's like every single time I see your characters in Do It Night Abyss, it's like... It's so far off. It's like comical sometimes. But man, though, I don't really know. It's gonna be a while, I think, before the next update in the story for Do It Night Abyss. We are getting Camilla soon, so I think someone did mention that the next boss will be for like Lumino and Pyro. So we'll see. At least I have Lumino and Pyro characters. I have Lynn. She's still kind of like terrible, but at least I have some Pyro character. The attack buster uses? Nah, it's okay. I mean, like, sometimes you can't really, like, have it all in a sense because, like, Tingyun was, like, a version 1 character. So the fact that you might be able to use her in, like, modern day because there's specifically a character who needs so much speed is kind of good, too. It's an interesting concept for sure. I love my Evernight, probably my fave built unit. Oh, Evernight's very pretty. I like her animations a lot. I got her for Casteries, and they're a pretty good team. I actually have way too many Amphorius characters. But I do use most of them. Most. I mean, there's a few that I don't really use like My Day, but relatively. Tingyun is still good for Archer and Saber. Oh, I did not expect that. I kind of... For Archer, I usually just use Sparkle. Yeah, I got Sparkle for the fancy Danheng. Okay, I've been calling him that for a long time. Imbibitor Lune. Yeah, the Danheng Imbibitor Lune. And she was kind of like only useful for him for like the longest time. So it's kind of surprising that we went back into that well, not really meta, but kind of meta. Yeah, definitely interesting. Wait, no, I wasn't gonna skip that. No, I wasn't gonna skip that. Oh my god, I need to drink water. I'm so dehydrated. One of the problems these days is that it's summer and that I have had this bad habit of ignoring my thirst in order to do other things. And even in the office, it actually happens too much. So she's 100% crit rate, 200% crit damage exactly. Yo, that's crazy. Wow, that's like some perfect stats right there though. Damn, that exact 1 to 2 ratio is so interesting. I'm gonna try for S1, have character guarantee, so I don't know if I can get LC. Yeah, LC is... Well, it's okay, I think. I have terrible luck with the light cones. I usually lose a 75% win rate. I don't know. I don't know how that happens. I'm more likely to win a character banner than I am weapons banner. Dragon Junwei knows that very clearly. I'm gonna play with Event Relic if I can improve her speed more. Yeah, at least you have quite a bit of time anyway, so that's good. Archer team is Archer, Sparkle, Support Debuffer, and Danheng. Yeah, okay. I use pretty much the same also. Cypher, Silver Wolf, Tinian. I think I usually use Silver Wolf though before. Can't really remember exactly. Or for a while, I think I also did put Yao Kuang? Or is that Sparksy? I feel like nowadays I kind of like don't really read a lot of the character mechanics as well as I did before. Yeah. Pella, oh my god, I used to use Pella so much in the early days, especially with Acheron back then. A walking bouncy. Oh my god. Kinda irritated with Anomaly and 3 to 4 turns away to get 3-star reward. Oh my god. It's so annoying when you're so close. It's like one thing when you're like really far away because like you don't really feel that bad about it. It's like, oh, you know, I'll just try in the future. But then when you're so close, you kind of like have to try and try again. It just makes it like really exhausting. I can't even remember the last time I did Anomaly actually. I'm pretty sure I missed one by accident. I was like the pom-pom one. The mechanical pom. I completely skipped that entire one because I forgot. Like I tried it once on stream, failed miserably, and it's like, oh, I'll just do that next time. And then next time never happened. So that's pretty much how it goes with me sometimes. Especially if they don't really put like a little exclamation point saying, hey, maybe you should like do this. And I don't know, I feel like maybe I ignored it too many times that it just stopped showing up. Then I sense haven't played in a while. I have old story to do plus all the Annie stuff, so I should have enough. Yeah, good luck with all the anniversary stuff and like the older stories. Well, technically we're not doing the Trailblaze mission yet, just yet, so maybe it's not really like spoilers for now. No, as long as you didn't do like, you didn't stop at like the Amphorius patch, you should probably be fine. Amphorius is when the story gets like super long and all that. Okay, no wait, I still wasn't supposed to do that. I was just supposed to like check in on this and then like actually just like do something else in the meantime. But maybe we'll try this because I'm curious like how well we can clear this one. So let us just pick a few people that I kind of vaguely recognize. Okay, I don't really recognize the others, but we'll try anyways just to see how far we can get. Also means I have max stamina reserve, so I can get so many relics. Yeah. Nice. I kind of just like zeroed it out most days, just so I can like... Well, yeah, just farm relics mostly, or just... Talents are always my priority though, because they're always like the straight damage increase. Probably EMC relics. Yeah, Elation. Elation MC is apparently really good also. I have not tried them out. Kind of feel guilty about it because I didn't prepare again, but soon I'm going to start using them. I last played like 4.0 I think, so I have like 2 patches. Okay, 2 patches is actually not bad. I think relatively the Planner Cadia stories are a lot easier to digest compared to Amphorius. They're not as heavy in a sense. Also, I'm kind of confused. Like, how is my floor so different from everyone else's? I can't tell. Is this normal or am I doing something incorrectly? But yeah, it's not too bad. At least, because I was kind of like worried if you were still stuck on Amphorius, but If you've already started Planner Canyon, it's not too bad. I lost on Yao Banner at 5 pity, so it's very... No, it's okay, it's okay. It's normal to lose in like banners sometimes. I just kind of solve my problems with money, which is definitely not a good way to do it, but it is what it is when you do gacha games. So yeah, it's okay. Don't feel too much pressure about it. After Silver Wolf, I must say for Yao. Yeah, I think she should probably rerun relatively soon, if only because like we're in Elation, so everything's gonna be Elation now. Okay, I guess after it finishes, I'll probably like start with the story. Or actually, no wait. Let's try the relics out because I'm kind of curious like what outcome we're gonna get there. If you can get anything good for like Silver Wolf, especially. But yeah, if in case you guys haven't started this event, I would recommend it because there is an offline mode for this. So it will still it will still continue to earn you currency while you're not playing. So it's better to like start it early. And probably run Silver Wolf, EMC, Yao, and Hoho. Yeah. I think that's definitely like a good team as well. I don't have Hoho though. I'm still debating if I should get her because now she is in a companion shop as well. But it's just that a lot of people said her buffs weren't that good, so we will see. Wow, everyone's like fully leveled out now. Oh, Sparksy. Yeah, I actually do have Sparksy, so I guess in my case, Silver Wolf, Sparksy, Yao, Ho-Ho for my anomaly. I have that same team, except instead of Ho-Ho, I was using Hyacine, but that was just because it was like the recommended team when I was like trying to set it up. Level 6. How many banners are there actually? Oh, they're all like... Huh, okay. Pretty good then. Oh, this is the highest level, okay. That means I don't have to like worry about which one. Saving it for the future. So much Ashvale, but like I actually haven't bothered with him. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm having a hard time debating like which teams I should use for things like this. It's like there's so many characters. EMC plus the LC is a perfect fit support for Silver Wolf. Okay. Wait, let me just... But let's exit first because I don't want to keep doing this the entire time. It's definitely not the ideal time to be doing this. It is an idle game aspect. It's just good for like when I'm yapping and like want to do other stuff. Okay, let's see what was happening to my Silver Wolf. Yeah, there! I have her. She's so cute. I like her outfit. It's still kind of a little bit still too similar to her original outfit, but it's okay. Event LC? It is this one. Increases crit damage and ultimate. But this is more for support, I think? I think relatively speaking, it's more for support. All allies elation by 12%. Okay, let's just double it up anyways, because like I might as well. Yeah, pretty. I just kind of wish they made her outfit a little bit more unique. Because like structurally, if you're talking about like the base shape of her outfit, it's just very similar to her original outfit. You know, like the shorts, like the jacket, kind of like that. I don't know what is it about Hoyo, but like they seem to be very allergic to making skins look actually different from their regular outfits, like which is just basically if you think about Ranmei, for example, like Ranmei's beautiful, like there's no question about it, but like the fact that her skin looks almost identical to her original outfit, like even structurally, like this portion, the way her dress is cut, It's almost exactly the same whichever version you pick. Like the things at the back. Look at this. That split thing at the back, that whatever cut thing in the front is literally exactly the same. So yeah, that is one of their problems. I think the most different one might have been maybe Silver. Oh, sorry, Firefly, I guess. But actually, I don't really have much outfits to begin with. Cosmetic store. This one, I think. Okay, if I can't get this one, I'll probably run this one. Yeah. Wait, did I? I can't remember if I got Yao Kuang's light cone. Oh, I did. Oh, okay. Mm. Yeah, I did get that one. Sparksy. Honestly, the crazy thing is I don't remember getting these. Oh wait, no, this is not. This is a 4-star light cone. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't remember getting this actually. I can't even remember where this came from, but apparently I didn't get her like normal like this one though. I did get this one. I can't believe both of them had the same 18% speed increase. But some of the other characters like I didn't really bother though. EMC, I'm just using this one. Elation MC. Why do I keep? Oh yeah. Oh, it's so funny when you just keep calling them by different letters. This one is pretty okay. Maybe it's okay. I think it was in her it was in the recommended guide anyways. Recommended light cones. So this is one of them. And the relics are definitely chopped right now. So I'm gonna fix that soon. Where is that relic system you guys are talking? Oh, this one! Relic Recon. So we are picking this girl. Confirm. Wait, why do I not have these? Oh, joke. It's here. Here all chapters, cosmic data rolling. Yeah. Oh, the MLC shop. It's actually really nice since you can stack a fuse on multiple units. Wait, really? Oh, I did not know that. This is... Isn't this... Okay, this is garbage, I think. This one maybe? Not really, but... Okay. This is also kind of garbage, I think. This is definitely not good enough. Oh, this one has speed. Oh my god, 3 times on like... That is terrible overall. This one has speed. And crit damage. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was actually not bad. It has 4 stuff, so... All she cares about is speed, critter, and crit damage in that order. The orb and robe main stats mean literally nothing. That's really funny. Yeah, I'm surprised actually. I kind of did not expect them to go that route. This one is better. This was the one we had earlier. Okay, let's see. This is also kind of garbage. I'm pretty sure this is not true. What's the second one? Attack the flat attack. I'm pretty sure that doesn't count as like a useful stat though. I mean, it does have crit rate, but oh my god. Oh, okay, we have speed. I mean, it's still terrible, but at least we have speed. Speed boots. Like the fact that they give you like a warning sign just to say, hey, this might be a little bit too garbage for you. Crit damage. What? They're both terrible though. I just have to decide whether I need crit rate or crit damage. Even Sparksy had attack conversion, so she actually wanted attack. Yeah. That's like an unusual character actually. It's not really common to have a character that's like so confusing to build. Well, not really confusing. I mean, it's just like unusual to build. Oh, there. Okay, we have crit damage here. Just still kind of not good, but like... Speed. Speed. Well, either main stat is still kind of terrible no matter how you think of it. At least this one has speed. Yeah, I know, it's kind of terrible. We can just get more access cards eventually. From these, so we'll just fix it next time, I guess. At least we have some stuff for her. Actually, this is kind of annoying. The first one ended up being better. Okay, as for this one... this is fine. This is fine. I'm pretty sure I didn't really have better options for like most of these, but at least she has stuff now. She actually has the relatively complete set of things. Her speed is high, her crit rate is non-existent. Oh my god. How did it end up that way? That is a lot worse than I expected. Yeah, the crit rate is crunchy. Definitely. I don't know how it ended that way. Like, so what is your strategy? Because, like, damn, getting 80 plus crit rate is kind of, yeah. If I could get, like, a crit rate body with, like, crit damage stats, I think that would help balance it out, at least. Anyways. Aptitude showcase. Oh, I forgot about this. Trial stage. This is... I don't understand this. I'm pretty sure I already used Firefly ages ago. I literally have the character. Why do I need to undergo a trial for her again? Fine, we might as well try. Just to get, like... should I try? Okay, technically we do have 2 weeks. It's fine. I feel like it's probably fine. Nope, I don't need to do that. I completely forgot about this. Like, completely. I'm pretty sure I missed the previous patch. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh, this says 28 days. This is 30. Okay, that's fine. I have not done Divergent Universe in ages, though. I kind of feel bad about it. Even Currency Wars. I also have not paid attention to Currency Wars in such a long time. What is this, actually? Joke, it's a web event. Never mind. I will just close that first. Not interested in doing that right now. I'm gonna finish a Trailblaze report next time. This is also another web event. Why are there so many web events? Yo, look at this, Maro. Hello, hello. What's with the pencil? All you're missing, crit rate, chest, and you're done. Yeah, hopefully. I still feel like I could probably do better with some of the other ones though, because we did only get like 1 or 2 enhancements, and that's kind of like bare minimum, I think. Yeah, okay. What is this? Synthesize? Key? Ah, wait, this one. But there's no... Nah, it's okay. The annoying thing is I ended up making a bunch of these before, but they weren't really that useful, so... Oh, 2! Okay. It's kind of annoying how they always make it seem like this is like the end reward for like almost every single event you have for some reason. Also, the concept of losing the Silver Wolf 999 on Silver Wolf is, yeah, that is definitely something. I'm pretty sure my warp is set up that way. The Celestial Invitation, yeah, to these guys. Because I don't really use anyone else, actually. Ironically, I have zero Eidolons on Himiko, of all people. So yeah, I just got Clara once. I only have Fianching once. Yeah, Wilt. Also, I did not expect that I only have E0 Welt. Like, the fact that I have Eidolons on, like, the previously limited characters compared to some of the standard ones is kind of hilarious, actually. As for Argenti, though, I actually don't know anything much about Argenti anymore. It's been ages since I last used him. E6 Bronya and 0 Yanqing. Oh my god. You know the crazy thing is, you want to hear the story of how I got my first ever Yanqing? It's actually because I was rolling for Adventuring. I was rolling for my E6 Adventuring and I lost to his Eidolons only once. Only once out of all of this. Yeah. It's wild. So my first ever Yanqing came from rolling for this guy during his rerun. I think during his first banner, I got up to E1. E1 and his light cone. And then the second time when he reran, I decided to go all the way out, all out for him. Which is kind of crazy because he also has like a really, really, really long gap between his last rerun and like present day. I think someone counted it as like more than a year already. It's probably like 500 days or something like that. Argentis nowadays heard about it. He's really good at it since he has two ults that can stack. Yeah, Argent he was pretty useful in the early days. Not as much now. I do use Anaxa with Herta instead. I like Anaxa a lot. I find him super fun. I have too many weird teams. Yeah, this one. This is one of my favorite teams as well in most content because they clear very easily. And that's how I still have Adventuring here, even though he's not really like the best character for this team anymore. Yeah, that's also true. Like, Anax is really good by himself. Actually, for a while, I did end up setting him up with Ratio as well. Ratio and Adventuring and I think Tribby. Kind of just like for fun, like kind of like a follow-up team. I mean, it wasn't like that strong, but it was just still hilarious anyways. Oh my god, speed tuning is pain. I tried with teams like Finon, but it never really worked out for me. I think because like the arrangement of who goes first kind of gets messed up for some reason. Even though I'm pretty sure that I did it technically correctly. Because I think someone did mention it's like you're supposed to have the specific speeds for, let's say, Bronya and Sunday? Or is that? Someone was like a 135, Bronya was like 134, I think? It's like 33.6? Wait, how do you even know things like this? That's so annoying though. Like, what's with the percentages? Like, can people not? I don't like overly complicating things. But yeah, my Bronya's at 134 and my Sunday was at 135 and it made zero difference to the outcome because like the arrangement... Oh no, he's actually 134. Joke. Okay. Well, anyways, this guy was supposed to be 136. Yeah, something like that. It kind of got messy for a while. I was trying to perfect his relics just to meet that specific speed tuning. And it was such a struggle. I refuse to do that anymore. Like, in general, for me, I dislike any decimals or, like, numbers. For me, like, perfect numbers are always, like, 5, 10, 15. You know, like numbers like that are relatively easy to understand. I don't like anything that has, like, too many small numbers involved because it just makes things unnecessarily complicated. It's like, you don't need that kind of struggle in your life. Since you can only see the exact decimal number on third-party sites that show your units. Yeah, actually I don't use third-party sites anymore actually. I used to when I was playing Genshin before, like ages ago. And then eventually I think there were some people who were saying like, oh hey, if you use this website you might get hacked because it's like accessing vulnerabilities into your game and it's kind of like super sus. And like some people got hacked and all that, so I was like, maybe I don't really want to risk it anymore. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Ace, EJR. Sorry, I'm not sure if I said that correctly, but yeah, welcome to the stream. We're just kind of like starting the Trailblaze story right now, because I think I spent the first hour of stream kind of like talking about a lot of other random things. Yeah. Definitely trying to build some characters, doing a little bit of the anniversary event, Which, in case you haven't done the anniversary event, I would also recommend starting that early because it does have an offline mode, and it helps a lot to, kind of build up a lot of like currency and all that stuff, so you can like level things up really quickly. Yeah, but the logins, so like even back then, like there weren't actually logins either, but because I think you had to like go into your settings and like copy specific codes and stuff, and like people are saying like, hey, maybe you should not be giving them that kind of data because it's a little bit like too much and whatever. Oh wait, really? You finished the event that early? Oh, congrats. I actually only just started it like yesterday or the day before yesterday, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good luck with Silver Wolf if you ever decide to get her E2. She's been pretty fun to play so far. Yeah, this is also crazy, but I really like the way that they've done the current NPCs. They look a lot nicer than whatever Forest had going on with their NPCs. Like, those were wild times. You put my UID, it pulls up the units I have on Showcase. Yeah, that's good at least. Back then was definitely a lot more sus. I think especially because before there was a lot of websites that were like meant for checking your pull history. Because like a lot of people didn't want to count stuff like that, so you could actually see like, oh, it's been like I've done 50 rolls just to get this character kind of. I did also track stuff like that before, and then I realized that regardless if I wanted the character, I would get them no matter what. So I kind of just didn't bother anymore. I feel like that's one of the problems when you kind of use money to solve a lot of problems in life. So it's definitely not a good thing in reality, because you should definitely be saving your money for like hopefully more important things in life. But I mean, games are like happiness and all that. Evanesh was just so damn unserious though. Oh yeah, I do have Yao Kuang. Yeah, I got Yao Kuang because I know that when she came out, people were basically saying she is gonna be like the core elation unit, and I was like, okay, bet, let's go for it. And so I decided to get her, and I also have Sparksy, and I feel like I'm this close to like getting every single character in Plan Arcadia, and I'm kind of worried for my finances all over again. Because I promised myself I wouldn't do that anymore, especially in Genshin, because I got too many characters in Natlan that I ended up not actually enjoying. And the characters that I think that I would have enjoyed more, I ended up not getting, because I was like, maybe I don't need them. And then I ended up wanting them after. But I was like, but we're already like leaving Natlan, so is there any point? Kind of like that. Okay, I love Silverwolf, but for how I built her, I feel like something wrong with her. I don't know what. If you're talking about like the current Silverwolf, like I mean, Echo Nines and like Zoda were just saying earlier that you basically just have to go for like really high speed, in the order of speed, crit rate, and then crit damage, and like that's it. You don't really have to focus on any other stuff anymore. So yeah, just. Speed is the goal. Oh my god, 183! Yeah, I think it's just because like she converts a lot of her speed into elation, so I think probably should be okay if you just balance out her crit rate and crit damage. I mean, general crit rate rule is always like a 1-to-2 ratio at the bare minimum, so yeah. I think it's okay. You do have a lot of time. I'm doing the relic recon thing. Yeah. Okay, that's definitely good though. I mean, you have her speed like super high. Her crit rate is already like near perfect, and her crit damage is also pretty high. Definitely nothing to worry about. Character reviews, yeah. If you are in the Asia server, feel free to add me. Because I don't actually like use websites for reviewing, so like I mean, unless you have like suggestions and all that, so I'm fine with that. But in case you do know a website, or like, oh, thank you so much for the follow, Echo Nines. I really appreciate it. But yeah, hope you enjoy your time in the stream. Yeah, feel free to stick around and all that. I don't know websites for like checking, because like. Oh, Enka Network. Okay. Wait, let me search that. Yeah, I mean, if you liked it, I'm okay with it. I just probably won't show it on screen though, if ever, because I am kind of like paranoid about things like that. I have like too much stuff open, so that's that's usually my problem.
テンポレベルマックス出力最大っと
But yeah, well, we are about to get into the Trailblaze mission, so you know, if ever this is like spoilers for you, like feel free to lurk and all that stuff. It's fine, because I know like it's kind of hard to catch up with the story, especially if you're playing like lots of different games all at the same time. That is also my problem, because I'm also planning on playing Never to Everness, maybe? Yeah. I did just, well, not exactly discovered, but it's only like more recently that I actually watched like more of the gameplay and kind of seems interesting. So yeah, I think it's gonna be starting on April 29th, so it's pretty close already. So hopefully it has a good launch and all that stuff. Because I was also playing Do It Night Abyss, so it doesn't really have that much in the way of like actual content. I mean, the best part of Do It Night Abyss is like the story, but they take ages to update the story, so just kind of like waiting for now. Everyone on the street heard it. The whole world heard it. It's serious moments right now.
聞こえてたわだから急いであんたたちを探しに戻ってきたの今回の幻月遊戯の勝者は
Yeah, but also Aha is kind of crazy. Like the fact he really just said, like, hey, you know, you might actually be the permanent Aeon affiliation. I honestly don't think I'd want to be that. That sounds kind of stressful. Yeah, it's crazy though to have like that much power.
そうは遊戯の報酬を引き上げそんなのさすがに冗談でしょ
Makes me wonder who's actually gonna win then if that's the case.
運命が消滅したり併合されたりするたびそのために起きた混乱はそれほどの事態を引き起こすアイオンの抗体を一つの星の一度のゲームにかけてしまうなんて素直に考えればそうはこのゲームにさらに狂った展開を求めてるってところかしらでも
Have the stakes ever been raised like this before? I mean, considering each game is like probably 15 years, like, I don't know.
毎回しっかりと記録に残るわけじゃないのただ少なくとも記録に残ってる限りでは前代未聞
I'm kind of wondering though, what did everyone else do with their like 1 minute of elation power?
簡単に譲ったりできるものなのその可能性は低いと思うわ歴史上幻月が口を開くなんてこと自体が
Yeah. I mean, you can ask Kimiko what the point is, but I honestly don't think she knows either.
時の悪い冗談や何かの言葉遊びでないとしたら
Unknown identity, unknown morality, and unknown purpose. Honestly, the morality aspect is, I feel like, what you guys have to worry more about, though. Look at him. He's just so unserious in the sky. This is crazy. Like, he's just so chill floating up there after, like, basically saying, hey, you know, I'm just gonna make you guys fight to the death because whoever wins this game is actually gonna be, like, the new Aeon.
宇宙という大きな船を希望に満ちた航路へ進めるかもしれないしあんたの願い遊戯に勝ったらアーハに反壊滅同盟のリーダーになってもらうって話
I know. Oh my god. I mean, like, honestly, it was kind of in line with their personality, so I guess I probably should not have been, like, too surprised. Yeah, skirting responsibility after all. Excited for the fluffy. Man, it's like meeting your K-pop idols in real life. That girl in the back just photographing us the entire time. You're standing in public. What do you mean? Where did all these people come from? You're literally standing in full visibility of everyone. moon landing plans in the works.
フルスイングで遥か遠くのブラックホールにホールインワン。
It's a bat, not a golf club. That's what you're worried about?
邪魔者はみんなバットでぶっ飛ばしちゃえ。
I feel like we've developed an image of being like an extremely violent person out of the blue.
やばいよ。もしかすると卒業戦隊との戦いのせいで。
Nah, pretty sure they like us. I don't think they would just kind of be like cheering on us and like having smiley faces if they thought we were evil.
今までだってそうやってきたでしょ。卒業戦隊のことだってボコボコにしてたし。
Hey, they were the ones who fought us first. This is crazy. I don't want to tolerate this kind of slander.
銀河の大物同士が俺たちの世界でやり合うところを見れるなんて。
This is the kind of guy who would like to stand on the sidelines and basically cheer, fight, fight, fight the entire time. That's gonna be so annoying.
川に浸かりすぎて頭の中まで川の水でいっぱいになったのか。こいつらがちょっと足を鳴らしただけで俺たち
未来のアイオン様、サインください。
Sign kudasai.
ねえねえ、もしアイオンになれたら私のことを指令にしてくれない？
But for real though, where did all of these guys come from? They're all like the bunch of weirdos just like accumulated in one spot.
ここを離れた方が良さそうね。ひとまず列車に戻りましょう。
Escape, escape. A moment later, as you squeeze your way through the crowd.
おかえり。請求列車フェスでのことも、それに先ほどの現月の宣言についても。
Our allies may start to have second thoughts now. Winning the games is more important than ever. I believe our objectives remain the same. Actually, to be fair, I still don't really know what their goal is. Like, I mean, aside from like the Trailblaze are announcing that they're gonna make Aha like the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance, but like, is that their actual wish? Because it sounds kind of unrealistic. I mean, you could wish for someone to be in charge of a project, but you cannot guarantee that they're gonna be good at it though.
真剣が間違った人間の手に渡ることを防ぐためとなれば、聖越者たちのほとんどの人がアイオンの力に最もふさわしい存在は自分だと考えるはず。
そうだな。もしかするとそれこそがこれま。
パールさんから通信リクエストが届いています。接続しますか？
Failure of the war will fall on the Trailblaze responsibility. I know, oh my god, this is crazy. Like, how did we get stuck into like so much pressure again?
皆様、先ほど別れたばかりだというのに、どうか気にしないで。このタイミングで急な連絡ということは、はい、空に浮かぶあの月ほどに。
Yeah, nothing manipulates people's emotions quite like that moon in the sky.
真剣の永久現月の裏に悪意ある何者かの存在。とにかく先ほどの現月の発言で、人々は自らの手で神を作れるかもしれないことに気づきました。普通の人々が突然自分の手に権力があると思い込んだ時、その判断はより過激で無謀なものに。特に公の場に顔メディア広報部の世論監視によると、
Speculation and criticism regarding the Astral Express are surging. My god, what did we do again?
レイメージャーたちとのある局の事実。
Again, they're the ones who started the fight. It's so annoying that we're dealing with the consequences of a bunch of Power Rangers like picking a fight with us.
請求列車がこの楽園のヒーローを潰しにかかっているだとか。
はあ？何にも知らないくせにどうしてそういった声が増えている背景には、マンガンによるメディアの印象操作があると治安局からの報告では、扇動された多数こうした人々が駅に押しかけてこないとも限りません。確かに不可能ではありません。ですがそれにあんたは当面の間ご推察の通りです。しばらくの間、私は皆様への表立った接触を。
Why don't we disclose what really happened in that fight? I mean, telling the truth to the people is always difficult.
世論が沸騰している状況では真相を説明したとし、ハッピーオペは
受けた人を豊穣の力によって変えてしまう。ただハッピーオペの原理解明と想定される影響、皆様もカメラの前での発言や行動には十分
Yeah, full wish. My god, though.
に、ええ
It's still so annoying that she's like the cause of majority of her problems right now.
希望。今回の現月の宣言が私、申し訳ありません。こちらも
この状況、
事態がこれ以上悪くなる前にマンガンを止めないと。
Yeah, for Scott!
たとえどんな理由があっても。
Oh my god, I'm so sad about Scott though. I wonder if in the future we're gonna use our wish to like bring everyone back to life. I mean, it seems kind of like a not very smart thing to do, but at the same time, I feel sad because he was like kind of a little bit nicer now than he was before. Like, I can't tell if it's purely because he was like working for adventuring, and then like adventuring instructed him to like deal with us, but still. Although, you know, surprisingly, apparently a lot of people misunderstood adventuring's relationship with Scott, and then they were all like complaining about how mean adventuring was to Scott back during the Fate collab. And I think a lot of people forgot that in reality that time adventuring had zero incentive to be nice to Scott. Not, I mean, like, they were co-workers from the same company, but essentially speaking, Scott was working for, like, the marketing department, which is, like, the enemies of the strategic investment department. So it's, yeah, I mean, like, in reality, he could have done worse, but he was, like, relatively still cordial about the whole situation. The fact that at the end of the day, he actually offered Scott, like, a better position working under him than whatever he had going on before is already, like, pretty good, you know?
あいつが人を殺すたびに残す結果はただの思いつきで描かれたものじゃなかった。
Brilliant golden tree. Was that the tree from... Oh, the ambrosial arbor?
かの狂人が見たのがただの妄想の産物か。彼は幻の
Maybe
中
the
で
abundance
その
again?
金色の木の枝に絡みつかれ狂気と快感に溺れたと言ったそうよ。改めて考えてみると棺魔は明らかに豊穣の力を宿した聖越者。この
Yeah, and history just repeats
どれだ
itself
けの人
though.
がハッピーオペを受け豊穣の意味も漫画あの日から今日まで彼女のことをもっと詳しく探る必要がありそう。前回の遊戯で棺魔が残した痕跡や学院が保管している生徒の準備ができたらすぐに出発しましょう。
Okay, let's go, let's go. I suppose you could call this your alma mater now? That's crazy though. We were literally only students for like such a short period of time. It's kind of like depressing. Ayo, thank you so much for the follow, Larson. Thank you so much. Hope you continue to stick around in the stream and enjoy. Yeah. Yeah, oh my god, adventuring. I really like that follow alert though. It's pretty fun. I hope you guys heard that at least. I think you should have anyways. If there's ever any issues with like the audio or video, like feel free to let me know at any time. I'm not the type to like get mad about things like that anyways. I mean, as much as possible, I'd like to resolve those issues quickly, especially midstream, so at least you guys can have a good experience here. Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess introductions again? Yeah, welcome. I am Starlight. I am a Cosmic Kitsune. I think the theme is a little bit kind of messy these days, but yeah, I like starry stuff. I like foxes a lot. I play gacha games, mostly Star Rail and Genshin. I don't really know if Duet Night Abyss counts anymore because it's technically not a gacha. But yeah, and then soon I'm probably gonna try out Never to Everness in case you guys are also interested in that. It is coming out this week on April 29. So hopefully it's an interesting game, and I'm just kind of looking forward to it. There's a lot of like quality of life aspects that I think would probably be good, but we will see. I don't really know too much about the nitty gritty of the gameplay and all of that because it is only from. I mean, like a lot of it's from like beta testing and stuff, but you know, there's always chances for like changes before actual launch. Yeah. Yeah, kitsune. I really like foxes. They're so cute.
15年も前のこととは
I have clouds coming out of my ears, which is also really nice. And yeah, it's actually not too visible, but if you actually have the chance to look very closely at my hair, there's quite a lot of like stars and like glitter in it, so it's pretty nice as well.
校長室に
The artist who made my model worked really quickly on it. Actually, she was amazing at doing her job. Like I just gave her like a few references and some kind of adjustments, and then when like the span of like a couple of days, I think, or like a week or less, something like that, she basically finished it already. It's like, wow, her work ethic was just kind of crazy. It was so it was so good. And yeah. And I distinctly remember her working on it, especially during Chinese New Year, which is really funny because like I was having like dinner. Well, sorry, not dinner. I was having lunch with my relatives, and then while waiting for people to show up, it's like we were kind of like discussing the specifics of my model, and then she kept giving me like so many draft sketches and all of that. I was like, wow, so good. So she is probably like the first and only artist I've actually had like the pleasure of like working so quickly with. Yeah. Like my second favorite. Oh, nice. What's your first favorite? Actually, I'm curious about that. I also do like cats. Sorry, just as a disclaimer though, I'm not fond of snakes, so there's there's that. I think it's just like low-key trauma from childhood. But anyways, I like cats. Dogs are nice too. I also like wolves, but I think wolves are just very similar to foxes. I also like owls and ducks and a bunch of other stuff actually. I feel like I like quite a bit of animals.
まったく10回以上もメッセージを送ったのに一言も
She's already so tired. We literally just got here.
とはいえこうして直接無事な姿を
Sorry, dude. We literally did not even remember that you were here. We kind of just went to like look through your records instead. Oh wait, where soon? That sounds familiar. Let me search that. Is this like werewolves? Because like when I'm searching Wersoon, I think the only thing that comes out is like Teen Wolf. Is that from the series Teen Wolf? It's been a while though. But yeah, I really like wolves as well. They're so cute. That's the reason why like a lot of the dog breeds that I like are usually like closer to wolves in appearance. Kind of like huskies. Huskies looks kind of like that. Or like Samoyeds, which are also like super cute. They're kind of like dorky looking, but like still that general concept, you know, with like the pointy nose, the pointy ears, like that banana shaped tail is also really funny.
なかなか見事な戦いぶりだったなんとかじゃあたちめ
I'm gonna say to split the last name in half.
部下たちに挑むなんて100
Wait.
早かったな
Like I know, like where, like werewolves? Like what's the Soon part? I honestly like when I read Soon, I just think of Suicune, but that's probably not the same thing. Wait. Okay, let me try again. Ah, oh my god. Joke, I was reading Soon like in like an English accent. I was like, oh my god. Oh, so yeah, it's from Kitsune. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now, definitely. Damn, I was reading it at the wrong accent. It was like soon, it's like Suicune, and it's like okay, that was so damn off. Like so far off.
姫子の護衛は君たちに任せたからな。
Yeah, kitsunes are so cute.
娘が前に出て
I like the ones also with like lots of tails because they look super fluffy. But then I figured, considering the design of my hair, it's probably not that good idea to have like too many tails around. They get like super bulky.
父さんとあんたが揃うと私なら大丈夫。あんたの娘
もちろん分かっているとも。それで新たな質問君たちが来る前に超常現象管理局
Foolish.
残念ながら何をどう答えていいやら
Distinguished alumni?
とはいえ君たちがこの件に
Aw, that's so nice. Hey, at least you actually have someone here who's doing their job. And like hopefully helping us out. About Foolish though.
実のところ俺が彼の校長としては彼女ともっと顔をそれは本当にそこまで言わない身勝手なことだと分かっていた。あの惨劇を生き残れた人がいるのならどうして
Eh? But I'm confused. Like,
15年前俺は
I'm confused. So wait, so the... Oh? Wait, I need to backtrack a bit though. It's like, I knew it was a selfish thought, but I just couldn't help it. Back then, whenever I heard her name, I thought to myself, if someone was able to survive the incident, then why couldn't it have been my daughter? Is he talking about Himiko? But Himiko's right in front of him? Or is this like a different Himiko? This is one of those times when I feel like I might have gotten a little bit too sleepy in some of the past story quests. It's like, what are we talking about right now?
学という依頼を受けて仕事を終えて故郷に戻った時にもちろんあの時俺がここにいたところで何もできなかっただろうと理解だから今回幻月が満ちると聞いて
みんなのピンチを救うのはうちら七し人に任せてよ。
I gotta ask, who's your favorite character in Star Rail? It is definitely Adventuring. Yeah, actually, if you were here earlier in the stream, you would have, like, Adventuring is like my #1 most used character, which is kind of crazy because I don't remember using him that much the past year, but apparently he is still #1. I think for 6 out of 12 months, or is it 11? At least like more than, at least for 6 months, he was my #1 most used character, which was like, when I was just staring at the data, it's like, holy shit, is that actually true? I did not expect that outcome. Because like, you know, like how generally like after Amphorius just basically ditched majority of the shield mechanics. As in like, they did release Danheng, like the shielder Danheng, the permanent sword Teray one, but basically they kind of shifted to HP and healing mechanics. So yeah, I do have Adventuring at E6. He's my first and only character, E6 in Star Rail. I went all out for him. I actually had really good luck getting him. During his first banner, I got him to E1. And I also got his light cone. I think all of that. So basically two Adventurings plus 1 light cone. And I think like less than 50 rolls if I remember correctly. It's been a while. And then... yeah, and then afterwards, during his rerun, I went all the way out. I got his E2 to E6, and I only lost once. I lost once to my first Yanqing, so I wasn't actually unhappy about it, because prior to that, I didn't have Yanqing for like more than a year. So it was okay with me. And yeah, pretty happy about it. I built him decently well. I use him mostly as a sub DPS, not primarily as a shielder. Like, the shielding thing is just like a happy thing, but it's still, he deals quite a lot of damage, especially in like regular battles. It's not like super OP, but yeah, still pretty good damage. Yeah, good luck with E6ing your favorite characters as well. It's definitely a fun thing. Although obviously there's like some characters who are better than others. It's just that in Ventrain's case, I was just kind of lucky that my favorite character ended up being like so useful for such a long period of time. I think he was like relatively considered meta for like 2 years, I think. Like pretty much. Like his ranking never really reached. Actually, when is the last time I checked the tier list? As far as I remember, it never even went below like T2? Yeah, I think Adventure never went below T2, so that's good. Yeah. Actually, even for Amphoris, for quite a long time, he was still like very good to use. Because like technically speaking, you didn't really have much options. You only had Hyacine. And Danhang released pretty late, so relatively speaking, he was still a really good unit for most cases. Yeah. I still used him quite a lot, even in Amphorius. Like, my actual usual teams still includes him. One of my favorite, like, easy clear teams is this one. This team. It's not the best team. I think I could probably fit in someone else in this slot, but basically this is one of my favorite teams to run because I just find it like I don't really have to think about like character weaknesses. I mean like enemy weaknesses. But yeah, who's your favorite character? I also have Jiao Qiu at E2. Well, let's see. Oh, Firefly! Yeah, I do also have Firefly. I don't have her supports though. I don't have her supports, unfortunately. I didn't get Fugue and I did not get Dahlia. I kind of wanted to though, but then I think like break meta wasn't meta for like a very 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 long time already. So I was like maybe I cannot. Yeah, I don't have any Eidolons for her though, unfortunately. Were you able to get her skin? Yeah, her skin's pretty good as well, but I decided not to go for it, unfortunately. I did get her light cone, which is pretty nice. Yeah. I can't remember if my friend also got her outfit. So it's nice that she got a Nova Flare. I think it's pretty good, especially this one especially because this is one of my main concerns with her before is that her duration was like so short sometimes. Yeah, fire this to all attack targets. It's cool. Like I'm really happy that they gave her a buff at least. I don't know in your case, but I actually really appreciated her story when she that patch. What do you call that patch? You know the one. Okay, wait. I'm losing my train of thought. Let us go back to Penacony. Here at the end, when we came back afterwards. New venture into the light. Not this one. It was not this one either. We came back. Yeah, the finality story. Is that the one? Where is that? What do you mean available? What is... Oh, the joke, not that one. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. If you like Firefly, her story development there was pretty good, I think. I liked it a lot because I felt like her motivations were a little bit shallow in the beginning, but later on they got so much better. Yeah. She was okay in the start. I think it's just because the storytelling was a little bit confusing back then. Her animations though were really good, especially like the one where she was on her original home planet. That was amazing. Like she was so strong. Kind of feel bad though that she lost so many teammates. But I don't know. I think like initially when I first like met her, I was kind of like laughing at the fact that she still wanted to live longer. And then initially I thought it was because she was like very young and you like one of those, no, I still have so much more to live for kind of situations. And then I discovered that she was 4,000 years old. It's like, girl, she's like the oldest character. That was just so funny to think about. Like even Chingyan is not that old, and like even Blade is not that old. So it's just like that's so funny to think about. Yeah, I mean like it still kind of makes sense, but like that time was like, oh god, that is menacing. Can I just like not? Oh my god, sorry, that was creepy as heck. know, it's just funny though. But yeah, either way, I mean, it's understand though. I feel like especially because it's like it's not really like the duration of how long you've been alive as opposed to like how well you used your time. Yeah. That's good. At least we had some like conclusion to that story.
先生、ここに戻ってきてそれなりに経つのになかなか会いに来られなくてご
なーに大丈夫さ。こうして会いに来てこう。それより
長い間預かってもらえただけで
All those years?
変わらないね。
Yeah.
急ぎのようだけど、今日は何か
At least her story had a pretty good conclusion. It was sad though. It was still sad. I don't know. But at least it was like, yeah. At least they put in a lot of thought to it. I kind of feel like because they rushed the Penacony story, so I'm kind of happy that they actually took time to like go back to it after Amphorius especially.
事件の後、学校はあの子のために寄付を募
I hated the donut scene in 2.0. Oh my god. That was so funny though. I mean, yeah, it was a little bit random. I feel like because he didn't really have much context for like how she got into that situation in the first place. It's like in reality, like knowing her, she's like really strong. So I kind of doubt like she would have put herself in that situation. I guess it was like part of the script and all that. But hi, Elio, what are you doing to your like teammates? One of my friends was totally into Firefly, got her E6 S5 and all FF merch, even the PC case. Wow, the PC case is wild.
話さ。
There's like so much merch I want to get, honestly, but I feel like I don't want to go too overboard, especially like even with adventuring. Actually, speaking of, I did just attend like an event recently for like adventuring in Ratio. That was pretty fun. I actually brought home a life-size standee, so that was cool. I actually paid like really cheap for it only. I mean, I told my parents I wanted it in a raffle, but that was just like so they wouldn't get mad at me. But basically, yeah, it was like super cheap. I got it for like $30 ish, so I'm happy because it's full size. It's taller than me. Yeah, like a full size standee is crazy. And my parents are unhappy about it because they keep thinking that's gonna be super sus. Like, you know, like when you see a person like in the dark and then you're gonna get freaked out. It's like, it's just in my room. It's not even facing my bed or anything. So it's like, I'm not gonna have issues like waking up and thinking that there's like some random stranger in my room. But then they were complaining like, you know, the time when you left it in the living room, it was like super scary scene. It's like, well, I mean, like that time they told me not to put it in my bedroom, and so I left it there. And then now that after I left it there, they got mad at me for leaving it there. It's like, oh my god, what more do you want from me? I didn't clock she was Sam at first, but Akron gave it away. It was her. Oh, actually, because like, in my case, I think by that point I was watching a lot of speculations about the trailer. You know, like the White Knight trailer. There was like so much theory back then that actually people already figured out that Firefly was Sam from that as early as that. I think it was pretty interesting. Akron has been, yeah, she's funny. I kind of miss her though. I wish she'd come back. When you think about it, I feel like I never see Akron anymore, even in like events or anything. So it's just kind of sad because she's like such a good character also.
彼女の進学先
あいにく聞いたことはないね。テレビ局を引き継いだ後は次々企画を立ち
ありがとう先生
Speak with the students in the corridor.
新たな質疑魔の話が本当だったなんて。この間
Rooftop scene with the song is peak though. It shook the cookie. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, for me, it comes to the trailer though. My number one favorite is like adventuring dancing at the start, which basically just confirms that he's like really good at like artsy stuff. Like, people kind of said that if adventuring never went into the IPC, I feel like he'd probably do really well as some kind of content creator. I don't know. He's charismatic enough for that, honestly. I don't really want him to go like the gambling route that much because it's like, Yeah, it's his one of his gimmicks, but also it's like generally not a healthy habit. So
何をビビってるんだ本当に失言魔が来るなら
I want Akron to come back, but she's more important to keep people away from unhealthy. I mean, eventually we're gonna probably fight
学校やめてやる
nihility eventually. So maybe. We need more reasons for her to come back. I mean, like, even just as like casual thing, just like for fun. It doesn't have to be necessarily like overly serious. Because like in reality, if you think about like all the events we've been doing, we have seen quite a lot of the older characters. Like we see the Bellbug cast pretty often, even the Senjo cast, even though we haven't actually done anything in the Senjo Lawfu in ages. Like, I don't think the War Dance really counts. And even then, that was a long time ago, actually. I got to ask favorite HSR update of all time. 2.1. Definitely 2.1. That was the peak for me when it came to like the Penacony story. Anything related to the event train, like his whole backstory was definitely I locked in so hard during all of those scenes. Like for a while when they introduced like the what do you call it? You know, the replay function. I was actually trying to watch a lot of the scenes again, but then I realized it was taking too long because playing it in the game as opposed to just watching it through YouTube is a very different thing. So it's like, yeah, and then I was also lagging behind so much of like my other exploration and whatever. It's like, okay, in the future I will go back to that. 2.3 is my second favorite. Oh, really? 2.3? Wait, but the story? Oh, yeah, well, that was after. Yeah, okay. That makes sense if it's like about Firefly. Wait, am I thinking about that correctly? Is that when we were already on... Yeah, I think that was already like the conclusion of Penacony, right? That was like when we were on the ship. Yeah, the Firefly update with the ship. Yeah. I feel like it's been... My god, though. It's like sometimes my memory for things like this is not as good as it used to be. But like, damn. Penacony was definitely something. I feel like it was more memorable to me compared to Amphorius. I mean, Amphorius was also good, but like... I think if you're talking about like individual patches, it was easier to remember what is going on per patch in Penacony than it was in Amphorius. Because Amphorius just kind of like bleeds together most times because it's just so long. It's so long. My favorite, my top 3 favorite updates are 3.8, 2.3, and 4.2. Oh wait, 4.2 is like now. Oh, no, yeah. Oh, that's exciting then. I've only just started, so I'm kind of like curious to see what happens. 3.8 was the Siren patch. Yeah, that was like the ending of Amphorius. It was definitely sad though. I like the one with Finon, I think. Was that 3.6? I think? Let me check that to be sure. When we were focusing on... Oh, 3. Oh, joke. Okay, yeah. 3.7 was end of Amphorius. 3.8 was when we went back to Penacony, right? And then that was the Firefly patch again. Oh my god. Wait, so which one was the Finon patch? Wait, 3.5? Joke, which one was it? I forgot, there was one patch where you kind of like focused a lot on Finon's story and then like his entire history. And that one was really good, I think. I kind of just felt like so... You know, like that underlying depression and seeing how Finon struggled by himself for like so long. Yeah. I mean, we definitely have all our biases anyways. I mean, like in my case, my favorite patches was basically like related to adventuring, so... 2.1. He actually did not show up that much in reality. I'm kind of just hyper-focused on him for like one patch. But still, that was a really good patch. Only the parts about him though. Penacony's story in general was technically quite messy because we were looking at so many different perspectives from like so many different factions all simultaneously. So like kind of sometimes you kind of get whiplash about like what is going on at any given moment. And it was still not funny to keep hearing. It's like, oh, why do people sleep? It's like, we sleep or dream. whichever statement that has, you know, like when they keep saying like, why do birds fly? I mean, they're birds. That's what they do. So like, I don't really know why they turned it into like such a heavy philosophical situation. It's like, it's not that deep. And by the end of it, I still never really understood what the answer was anyways. Five first-year students formed an unauthorized club called Sparsy Fan Club. Or bizarre costumes with glow sticks and China destroy the old model and Sparkle forever, all while surrounding the doll. Oh my god, were they trying to perform like some kind of exorcism? The continuous noise resulted in a night patrol teacher suffering a sudden seizure and requiring emergency medical attention. What the? Stored in the archive room to return. Why would you return it upon graduation? That is so weird. I mean, okay, I guess. Investigate the computer.
保管資料の目録に目を通してみたけど、随分
Computer that's probably older than you, living out its golden years on this desk. The birds do fly question is so random. The only thing it does is remind HR third player about Kevin because he asked that question. I just can't, you know, like, I'm just annoyed that like Sunday hyper fixating on that one Charmony Dove thing that like kind of like got injured in their backyard and like kind of eventually died. And it was like, bro turned one traumatic event into his entire personality and just like never let it go. And I kind of wish he had like a redemption arc. Yeah, like a redemption arc that was actually more fleshed out as opposed to him doing his entire redemption thing off screen and then just coming back and saying, I am a changed person and I will join the Astral Express. Like, when you think about it in hindsight, that was such a weird thing to do, honestly. Like, I'm pretty sure he knew that we wouldn't reject him, but that was still like so damn random.
プレスリリースばっかりだな。
Not all birds fly as well. It's a question doesn't make sense. Oh my god. Ostriches. Ostrich soup does taste really good though. I mean, if you like crack their egg and like turn it into soup, it tastes really good. But it's definitely not recommended though, because like ostrich eggs are huge. They're like bigger than your head, I think. They're really heavy. But yeah, I kind of still feel a little bit guilty about it though. Mostly because I don't really think ostriches lay eggs that often, so I kind of feel sad to like still take their eggs anyways.
最優秀生徒は3年
Full Wish was a model student. No result found for your search. The search page slaps the black text on a white background right in your face.
さすがはカンパニー。あらゆる情報を遮断した。
Himiko.
規定違反の髪型をした生
Formal caution regarding a student's non-compliant hairstyle.
サイトによる全3件の食
3 food poisoning cases? Oh my god, Himiko was a straight-up delinquent. Simply magnificent. You read with bated breath, and it takes a good long while before you snap out of it. Right, this isn't exactly the task on hand. Yeah, I've actually seen peacocks in real life. They're quite pretty. Like, yeah, that's it. They're very pretty. They're kind of like a little bit weird sometimes. I've seen albino peacocks as well. They don't technically fly, but they do glide. They can glide over water if they have like enough momentum from like a slightly, you know, elevated surface and all that. It's pretty interesting to watch because they look very beautiful when their like tails are fanned out really well. And also I like peacocks because of adventuring. I did not like them previously, so I'm one of those people who gets very biased about things. Like, I also did not particularly care that much about ducks before, or owls before, but because of Doctoration, I now like both things. So, yeah, I'm one of those. In the same sense that, like, if a character actively dislikes something, I will also probably dislike that thing as well. I mean, not always, but, like, high chance. It's not a healthy personality to have though. Definitely do not be like me.
さあ
Penguins are cute. I don't know if you guys saw, it became trending recently on places like Twitter or Instagram that apparently there are some zoos in Japan that actually keep track of all the penguin relationships that they have. Yeah, it's pretty wild. A lot of penguins are actually very terrible at maintaining good relationships with their other penguins and all that stuff. They break up frequently. They basically straight up commit adultery all the time. So I did read before that some penguins mate for life, but apparently a lot of penguins also do not mate for life. So that was kind of like whiplash as well, because like they're so cute, but they have a very colorful love life. ケロケロ。
お前たちに見せるよう校長から言われただけだ。
Alumni yearbook. In which year did Fulwish graduate? You seem to remember you obtained this information somewhere. Recall deeper. Sometimes a little deduction is sufficient to make up for missing memories. It is currently year 1999 of the Planarcadian calendar. The Herald of Death incident took place 15 years ago. First page is a somber graduation photo. None of the students in the photo betrayed any hints of a smile. They stood sparsely like the teeth in an aged person's mouth, separated by absences that could never be filled. In the alumni yearbook for the class of 1984, you find a page belonging to Fulwish. Yeah, oh my god, they took away the birthdays again. This is crazy. Like, every single time. I'm still so salty that they never put birthdays for Honkai Star Rail characters. Because birthdays are like such an easy tactic for having like marketing, like free marketing for characters. Because guaranteed, like, every single character will be someone's favorite. And then sure, they will create content for that character during those specific periods of time. So I don't really know. I mean, like, logically, it does make sense not to have birthdays because they don't really have like a very structured like calendar system. But even then, it's like kind of like a mediocre excuse though, because you as a character, you are allowed to input your birthday, and March 7th has her birthday, and yeah, so I'm still salty about that. It's been 4 years and we still don't have birthdays for anyone. You can kind of guess for Adventuring is probably like May 5 or May 6, but you know, it's not the same as like having like a formal confirmation. Got to ask, if you were transported to HSR, what AN would you follow? If they're in the data bank, you're allowed to choose even if they're dead or missing. Oh, that's kind of difficult actually. Because like a lot of these Aeons have their like terrible moments, honestly. It's like kind of I feel like I probably have to think about that more though, because like there's like a lot of nuances. Like, you know, like typical like news is not really like a decent Eon to follow. It's kind of like because he's not really interested in like humanity or like or saving people or anything. It's mostly just like how dedicated you are to like knowledge and all that, which is why I'm happy that Dr. Ratio's not in the Genius Society. Oh, which one is yours though? I'm kind of curious to hear what you think. Yeah, Erudition is like technically the safest one. It's like the safe choice because they're relatively aside from like certain outliers like, you know, Lygus and all that, or Polka. I mean, Polka's a weird lady. But yeah, I mean, generally speaking, majority of the Genius Society, I think, are generally good for society. Good for mankind. Oh my god, I was gonna say like the Genius Society is good for society, but kind of sounded stupid. But yeah, oh yeah, I mean, he sounds funny though. I feel like I could never be that that funny as a person. I mean, I try occasionally to be funnier, but I don't know. I mean, you guys will be the judge of whether I'm actually funny or not. I'd pick Permanence, just a third party watcher to see how the universe unfolds. Oh, Permanence. So it's not like the Garden of Recollections, like... Is that Remembrance? Or is that something else? I'm wondering about, like... Call it Ashvale and, like, Veracity. It's also some kind of, like, curious thing. Well, the Amber Lord is, like, generally... Also a really neutral option, relatively speaking. It's not really that big a deal. Although it's kind of funny, though. Because, like, I do remember that... the Amber Lord does not really care much about... It basically just wants to build a wall. I kind of just keep everything stationary. As opposed to the IPC who's like going against that concept by actually trying to connect the universes together. Especially with their like credit system. Kind of like that. They want to like make sure everything is under the IPC control. So yeah, it's just one of those contradictory things. It's like people were speculating that maybe in all this time they weren't actually followers of preservation, but rather like veracity or something like that. Ain of Permanence is the one to search for the meaning of life. Isn't he the reason why we have the Vidyadhara? Although I kind of feel bad for the Vidyadhara though, because like there's no way for them to like reproduce, so they're just like stuck. Like the population of them will only get less and less over time. Yeah, descendants of... Was that Long? I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's just a little bit sad though. It's kind of hard to take some of these names seriously though, because I don't know what the Chinese is like, but like generally speaking, when I hear Long, I just think dragon, and like that's it. Like I just hear the word dragon, and I don't really know if that's like the correct meaning for the word or not.
どう？何か分かったかしら？この花キュウリ遠征？どうやらここと同じく疾痕聖域の内部。
Yeah, that's like one of those. It's one of those names that's a little bit too on the nose if it actually turns out that like they call the giant dragon like literally. You have Danang's auntie in HI third after all, verified via her friend who is approximately 1 billion years old. Damn, that is old.
おかしいわね。学派の名前が暗号化されてる。15年前の失ゲマの正体はカンパニーの人間だった。
God damn it, really? From the IPC again? How is the IPC always like involved in all of these things?
カンパニーが躍起になって事件。
マンガンはカンパニーによって傷つけられ、カンパニーが出資する機関で学び、そして今新たな失ゲマの。
Yeah, it always comes back to the IPC.
うちらが知ってる戦略投資部の人たちは親切にしてくれるけど、宇宙のどこかで何か良くないことが起こる。
Yeah, I feel bad though, because we have friends in the strategic investment department. We have Adventurine and Topaz and Jade and Pearl, I guess, now. But I mean, like, the other ones are kind of sus though. Sugilite is definitely gonna be a bitch when he comes out. And also Obsidian, sure. I only like specific IPC characters. I generally don't like the IPC. I mean, I just like Adventuring, irrespective of him being a member of the IPC.
ねえ、姫子、今回の現月遊戯で
パールさんもカンパニーの一員である以上、でも
And I feel bad for Scott, mostly. I mean, he was just a little bit better now. He's funny before, kind of pitiful. Yeah, I think his... what do you call it? His characterization kind of suffered a lot during the Fate collab. There's only one IPC character I like and was planning to hate them. Oh, which one is that?
私は失ゲマの力を目の当たりにした彼女が
Closest we can get to the inner workings of IPC is Jade so far. Yeah. Oh, Pearl. Yeah.
他の世界への進学を選んだのもそのため。けど、そのたった数年
Pearl was relatively okay. I mean, like right now, she's not an antagonist,
得ら
so
れるものかしら。
she's still kind of safe for now.
仮にハッピーオペに使われる豊穣の力が失ゲマの負の遺産だとすれば、それを隠蔽しよう。もしかすると学友という立場を生かして彼女から直接話を聞くべきかもしれないわね。
Yeah. Well, to be fair, even Adventuring is actually not. He doesn't actually like the IPC as well. I'm still waiting for them to like come back to that moment where Boot Hill and Adventuring seemed like they have some kind of plan to bring down Oswaldo Snyder, and I'm looking forward to when that moment actually happens. Because Oswaldo Snyder was like a previous nameless, and he kind of just ruined the reputation of the Astral Express because he's such a terrible human being, even though he was one of them. And yeah, he committed so many atrocities on like different planets. It's kind of insane. He's the reason why there was like a genocide. Well, like to be fair, not like the direct reason, but like he was heavily involved in like the genocide of like the Afghans of Sigonia, so that's depressing. There's a reason I hate the IPC, the one we've met, share a common trait to me. Pearl is pretty safe. She's an intelligent construct that follows her original purpose, which is arts. Yeah, the preservation of arts. So we'll see. I mean, like, we have dealt with a lot of, like, intelligent robots. I mean, Lygus is technically one of them, but he kind of... Oh, I don't know. Was he... I can't remember if Lygus was ever human, but, like, he is kind of, like, a terrible whatever he is. So there is that. We don't really know how she's gonna turn out later on, but hopefully she stays relatively decent. It's gonna be annoying if we have like genuinely antagonistic members of like the strategic investment department. Like, god, that's stressful. Is he human? He doesn't look like it though. He just looks kind of like really ugly. He has like a giant hole in his chest, so I have no idea how he turned out actually.
当時の私は健康上の理由から大学を休学して父が校長を務めるこの学、彼女はメイリンと一緒に時々図書室へサボりに来てたの。二人は新聞記事をスクラップしたり貸し出しカードを整理する私を手伝いながら、
Oh? Wait, university?
事情やいろんな噂話を
The timeline is just messing me up. So what exactly was Himiko that time? I thought she was a high school student.
娘だとかそんな風に扱わなかった。よくお菓子を持ち込んでは分け合って食べたり、校内にある古書漫画は分かりやすく優等生らしくて、何について話してもほんの少し人より多くを知ってたわ。私はそんな彼女の瞳から情熱と、もしも彼女があの頃の友情をまだ覚えててくれるならきっと会ってくれるはず。彼女は危ない橋を渡ってるけど、そうやって綱渡りしてる人ほど窮地の誰かからの理解や許しを欲してるもの。
A robot that is successor of a human that created Droidhead, and Droidhead ascended to Aeon. Yeah, yeah. I just do remember like Lygus creating News, and then it's just so funny that News became an Aeon instead of him. So I think, yeah, he was definitely salty about the whole situation, and now he's all like, okay, to destroy News, I'm gonna create Iron Tomb, and that didn't really work out. So
直接会って聞いてみたいの。彼女が追い求めた幸福が。
もちろんうちもだ。
ありがとう二人とも。ここでの調査だけでは
we cannot let Himiko die. Oh my god.
少なくとも彼女の卒業後の動向についてはつかめたわね。
Oh, I'm starting to realize it's already super late at night. I feel okay, so probably after this, if we can find some kind of good stopping point, I will probably end the stream ever because I need sleep. I have work tomorrow and work is depressing as usual, but it is what it is.
それってあの15年前
Topaz
の
willingness
旧
to
校舎
bend
の
the
こと
truth
か
to get what I want. Eventually the gamblers will Jade to make deals that only I end up on top, no matter what those those are the reasons I hate history. Yeah, well, everyone has good and bad things about them. Topaz is just a little bit too naive, I think, because her history, I guess, just makes her a little bit too blind to the IPC. A joke will never die about Himeko because Himeko 100% death rate in all Hoyo games so far. But she's only in one game, isn't she? Like she was only in HSR. Was she in like the other older games? I have no idea. Yeah, okay. Okay. Actually, I should just kind of like check back a little bit to see. 3 times? What do you mean 3 times? Wait, I thought... Didn't she die once? And then she came back and she died again and came back and died again? Is that what happened? She's definitely not in Genshin for sure. Oh wait! No, wait. I don't think Malvika is Himeko, is she? Previous era, alternate universe main story. Okay. Ah, really? Is she Himeko? I feel like because her personalities are like so different, it just like kind of looks like her but doesn't feel like her. You don't accept her as a Himeko variant? She is Murata though. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a Himeko variant. Oh well, I mean it doesn't, yeah, not really. It's like their personalities are just like so far away. It's mostly just like a vague physical resemblance. Oh? Wait, this is Chinese, right? Oh, they're playing like the Chinese theme song. That's kind of surprising. Okay. Oh, is this... Okay, we'll just enter it, but like I won't be doing this right now. Okay, we'll just kind of leave it at that, and hopefully by tomorrow we should get more money again. Yeah, okay, that should be... The only decent SP in Genshin is Venti to Wendy, and even then it's still not really like that close, I think. It's just like a vague resemblance, but yeah. Well, I think Genshin in general wasn't really meant to be relating too much to like the Honkai variants anyway, so it's fine. I feel like it's okay that they're kind of a little bit separate, otherwise it gets boring if they keep reusing the characters again and again. Like you just want people to have their own identity without being tied to the older ones. Venti's God Class is almost... Wait, really? Well, I actually don't really remember too much what Wendy looks like. Well, to be fair, I feel like in general they don't really want to put that outfit into the game anymore. It's a little bit too sus. I think for a while it was like also being subjected to like a lot of government like CN censorship and stuff like that, so that was kind of funny. Even though he's a guy, but it is what it is. Yeah, okay, that should be it for today. Thank you so much everyone who dropped by. Thank you for all the new followers as well. I hope you had a great time today, and hopefully I can stream again tomorrow. I mean, I'll try. I'm gonna try to stream more often these days, just so I can like catch up with everything. But yeah, we will see. It depends on how busy I get with like work and other games and sleep. I also severely lack sleep these days, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, goodbye everyone. Have a great rest of the day. Feel free to join the Discord if you'd like to hang out with the rest of the community, and I will see you guys again next time. Goodbye for now.